Imagine a sweltering summer day in 1920. The air is thick with anticipation, and the fate of 27 million American women, their right to vote, hangs precariously in the balance. It all comes down to one person, a young 24-year-old man, inside a bustling Tennessee courthouse. He was actually against the idea. But then, a simple letter landed in his hands. A letter that would unexpectedly, profoundly, and permanently alter the course of history. By August of that year, the women's suffrage movement had tirelessly championed the 19th Amendment, pushing it through 35 state capitals. Just one more approval was needed, one final state to tip the scales, and only Tennessee remained a viable option. Can you feel the tension? Suffragists, adorned with vibrant yellow roses, poured into Nashville, their hopes palpable. Opponents, equally determined, countered with striking red roses, a visual declaration of their resistance. The atmosphere was electric, a powder keg of political will. The Tennessee House was deadlocked, an agonizing 48-48 tie, and every single politician knew the entire nation was watching, holding its breath. Newspapers sensationally dubbed it the War of the Roses. But within the stifling legislative chamber, it felt more like trench warfare. Arguments, veiled threats, and backroom bribes were traded in hushed whispers, while overhead, sluggish fans barely stirred the humid, heavy air. The stakes couldn't have been higher. The future of American democracy teetered on this knife-edge moment. Into this pressure cooker stepped Harry T. Byrne. He was the youngest member of the legislature, a small-town Republican, barely out of his teens, known for his slicked-back hair and his cautious, play-it-safe politics. Harry found himself in an unenviable position. His constituents back home, they absolutely hated the amendment. So, to keep them happy and his political career viable, Harry had publicly promised to vote no. He even pinned a red rose to his lapel, a clear signal of his allegiance to the anti-suffrage cause. On the morning of August 18th, he just wanted to get the whole ordeal over with quickly, cast his vote, go home, and stay electable. The roll call began, a slow, deliberate process. Necks craned, eyes darted, and the clerk's voice echoed through the chamber like a solemn drumbeat, each name a beat closer to decision. When it was Harry's turn, he hesitated, a palpable pause. Then he uttered a nervous, almost inaudible, "No." The tally remained tied. The deadlock persisted. During the brief, tense recess that followed, Harry felt the crinkle of a sweat-soaked envelope in his jacket pocket. It was from his mother, Phoebe Byrne, a widowed farm owner from Nyota, Tennessee. Feb, as she was known, wasn't one to dabble in politics, rarely writing about such matters. But this time, she did. Her words, though simple, carried the weight of generations, a plain maternal nudge that resonated deep within him. "Dear son," it began, "hurrah and vote for suffrage, and don't keep them in doubt. I've been watching to see how you stood but have not seen anything yet. Don't forget to be a good boy and help Mrs. Cat with her rats." Is she the one that put rat in ratification? Ha! With lots of love, Mama. Harry reread the cramped lines, his cheeks burning hotter than the already oppressive weather. No threats, no bribes, just the clear, unwavering advice of a mother who believed in right and wrong. He later confided in a colleague, "I know a mother's advice is always safest for her boy to follow." When the speaker dramatically announced a second vote to break the tie, a hush fell over the room. Harry stood, his voice cracking, and with an unexpected surge of courage, switched his vote to aye. The chamber erupted instantly, half cheers of elation, half furious hisses, pure, unadulterated chaos. That single, pivotal syllable wasn't just a vote. It was a thunderclap. It gave Tennessee the 36th ratification, the crucial approval needed to officially seal the 19th Amendment into the U.S. Constitution. Within days, millions of American women could legally cast ballots, their voices finally recognized. The fight for suffrage, a tireless 72-year campaign that began at Seneca Falls in 1848, had finally been won. As pandemonium consumed the legislative floor, Harry, the reluctant hero, made a swift exit. He escaped out a side stairwell, dodging the furious anti-suffragists and navigating through grateful crowds of Yellow Rose supporters. Back home in Neota, opinions were sharply divided. Some called him a traitor, a turncoat. Others hailed him as a hero. But Harry, ever straightforward, defended his decision simply. "I changed my vote because my mother told me to." He later elaborated, stating he believed in full suffrage as a right, and that he felt a moral and legal obligation to ratify. Feb Byrne, his mother, even faced a 4-hour lecture from the wife of a former Louisiana governor, who tried to persuade her to make Harry change his mind. Feb, however, remained steadfast, proud of her son's choice. History books often glorify grand, sweeping forces, the rise of mass movements, the ebb and flow of economic tides, the seismic shifts of generations. But here, in this quiet Tennessee courthouse, was a hinge moment, moved not by armies or empires, but by one conscience, one sweat-soaked envelope, one crumpled fold of paper. It's a powerful reminder that democracy isn't some vague, impersonal machine. It's a living, breathing chain of choices, each link meticulously forged by individuals. Every single choice, every vote, has the potential to redirect the entire load, to alter the trajectory of a nation. This one vote didn't just end a decades-long campaign. It redefined citizenship for half the population, fundamentally changing who we the people truly included. It makes you wonder, doesn't it? What other pivotal moments in history might have turned on such a seemingly small, personal decision? So, if a 20-something legislator, swayed by a letter from his mom, could single-handedly achieve something so monumental, just imagine the collective power of your individual choices. Your vote isn't just a drop in the ocean, it's a ripple that can become a wave. Register to vote, show up at the polls, and better yet, bring a friend, because history, more often than not, doesn't shout its turning points from the rooftops. It whispers them through the ballot box. The next time someone dismisses the impact of a single vote, tell them about Harry Byrne. Tell them about that quiet, humid courthouse, about a mother's clear, firm handwriting, and about a nervous eye that echoed around the world, opening doors for millions. Because sometimes the shortest word can change the longest story, and history forever leans on ordinary people choosing courage over convenience. That's it for today. Thanks for watching.